Hello there, everyone. Welcome to Loop Hero Demo. I wanted to show off some of this game. And I will go off of a new file. I've sunk about 3 hours into the game. I'll skip the tutorial. I don't care about the story elements right now because I am almost certainly going to pick this game up. So I am going to skip through this tutorial, or not tutorial elements, but the starting ones. It just has you go through a little bit. I think it's like 3 tests, and then you build the campfire. And that's how the game starts. So this is it's kind of like an auto battler, deck builder, RPG type thing. It's kind of weird to talk about, but this is your deck or building menu. You can remove these, but you have to have a specific amount. Like you have to have 7. You have to be between 7 and 12. And then 2 and 2 you can't. Or right now I can't. And then 2 and 4, 2 and 2, 1 and 3. Until you get more stuff, you don't want to do that. In the first place, their classes. I believe there's nothing available in the demo right now. For differences. So it like procedurally generates you a path here, and you have to build around it and fight enemies as you go through. So as you can see right here, they have the enemy stats, their damage, attacks per second. What they can drop, I believe, is artificial life and liquid. The character, hero, 4% damage. And you have equipment as well, which we'll get to. And then you have the building aspect of it, where we have these down here. The grove and mountains giving you different things. The grove is actually like a building block. Wasteland tiles, the starting tiles, besides the camp, have a 5% chance of spawning a slime once per day. This is the day meter right up top. Boop, new day. Then it has each square has a 5% chance to spawn one. And then if we look at the grove, which is an element we can place to cover up one of those tiles, which we'll put, I don't know, let's put it like right here so it has a chance to spawn in. But this will spawn a rat wolf every 2 days, and the wolf can move to an adjacent tile, so boop-a-doop. And then they have the battlefield, which has a chance of spawning. It says spawns a chest at the start of each loop. Enemies on adjacent tiles can become ghosts. So, probably put that like here so it has time to gestate. Put another grove like right here. Kind of to spread them out a little bit. And then the meadow and mountains I'm going to hold off on just a second because there's an item called treasure. Treasure can't be placed next to an adjacent tile because like meadow. You put in the outside edge or the inside edge, I guess, arguably. Same for mountain. And this gives you 5 HP if it's for each adjacent rock and mountain. So one of them I don't believe does anything, or maybe it gives you 5. And then this heals 2 HP at the start. I like to try and hold on to these for a little bit because of the treasure chests. That way you can just surround it, because the treasure chest gives you something per. It gives you an extra something per adjacent tile to it, and you get a big something when it's fully surrounded. And then by defeating enemies, you get items for the equipment. I believe these will unlock after the demo comes out. Because I think I see some things in the building menu that should unlock these, but right now we have no equipment on, so we just have our base stats. You can get those via the treasure chest, via fighting enemies, doing quests and stuff. Let's put it like right here. So you can get more, and then there are the different stats. Vampirism, I believe, is a percentage heal on the damage you've dealt. And then you collect resources, like we went through a wood tile, and we get a Stable branches, 12 pieces of sticks from the beam of a stable wood. So, that's what you use to build up your, excuse me, build up your base and upgrade things. The beacon increases your movement speed and the attack speed. It's the movement speed of you. 40% movement speed within the tile range, which is the blue, and then 40% for all units, so effectively it just makes combat go quicker. I'm going to put it right here. That should make the combat go. I'm going to put it up to speed 2. That's the one I prefer it at. You can, when these go up, just right-click. Just pauses it. You can also hit spacebar, or if you hover over something, those are the ways you can pause. Like right here. Combat's going. I want to look at this. I don't have armor on. I should probably equip it. And now the battle continues. So you can equip it in combat as well, which is very good. So I think right now I'm actually going to start putting these down. Oh, I should have checked if that gave me HP. Oh well. Because it doesn't give you current HP. It gives you max HP. Which you heal 20% of your max HP for each day that has passed. Road Lantern decreases the number of spawns on a specific tile that it affects. As you can see right here, it has that for its effective radius. Oblivion destroys. It can either destroy an enemy or a tile. So like if I don't want the grove here anymore, if I made a mistake. Because there are synergies, maybe the wrong word, but there are combinations and stuff. Like if for argument's sake there is a town and you put something specific next to it, you will, I don't know, get more resources or something like that. I saw the synergy I saw was for a town and a vampire's mansion, which is a bit later on. Let's put this here. Vampire mansion. Probably right here will be good, and a beacon to make us move faster. Right here. Yeah, as you can see, it doesn't, if I remember correctly, it doesn't spawn a vampire. It's a vampire spawns if you go into combat in it. I also love the style here. It's just so cool. Like the art style on it just looks really like gritty, and oh, I like it so much. I know I am skipping through it. I might do a series on this, so that's why I don't want to read it right now, because the game comes out like 2 weeks, I think, from the time of recording this. And let's see. Yeah, and it does a good job. It just has like arrows, like you lose this, you gain this, which is excellent. Let's go with some regen, I think. It's a higher level. I'm not exactly sure what the tier is on them. I think it's gray, blue. It's like yellow, orange. I'm not sure which one's the higher tier or not. But they if you come across a new enemy type, it'll have like some dialogue pop up, which is cool, giving you that extra flavor to it sometimes, depending on what it is, to help you learn more. Big old chunk of HP. I believe the armor, it roughly keeps you at what your HP percentage is. And this is an example of a type of synergy thing. Have another mountain, and it transforms. So now, this is the mountain peak. 120 HP plus 5 HP for each adjacent mountain / rock tile. Spawn a harpy every 2 days. So we have a new enemy coming out. And arguably, I should have just used the lower rank ones, the lower rank stones, to make it. I don't know if you actually need a mountain involved, so like one mountain and surrounded by stones. I'm not too worried about min-maxing it yet, because I mean, one, this is the demo. And it's still early on. Or early in my play. So this right here is the boss meter, or map completed. And the boss does spawn on your campground tile. +1. So you have to be careful about where... And I think it progresses based off how many icons... Yeah, based off how many icons you've put down on the map. So that's where there's an argument to not putting too many. But it does get harder right here. It has the loot counter, enemies affected levels, affects the level of equipment found. So enemies get harder the more times you loop. So there's good and bad about looping too much. So you need to balance that out because you don't want to... we'll take the extra defense for some health. You don't want to make it too difficult for yourself because then you can't handle it. Ooh, level 4. Nice. Get some upgrade. But I love the system of it. And you have to be careful if you have too many items in hand. You can only hold so many. I don't know exactly how many. I'm pretty close to the limit right now, I believe. You know what? I actually want to check something. What do I really not care about? This wolf den. Does that lower it? Okay, that one actually does. I didn't know if it lowered it. I thought this was based off loops. It's based off what pieces you put down. So I wasn't sure. So having the Oblivion in the deck can be very helpful. Yep, first introduction to the Harpy. No. And a vampire, too. So I know I am skipping through it. Like I said, okay, I didn't actually say this. This is a free demo. So if you're interested in it, go try it out. Yeah, because I fixed that. And we definitely need to... Let's put this right here. Cocoon right here. And maybe a vampire house here. Gotta be careful how many things I put on the board. Yeah, here's the light yellow. More magic damage. I'm not sure if there are enemies that are more resilient to magic. There should be, like, skeletons. There are skeletons. I believe are more physically resistant. So you have to be aware. And these 12 items right here are the only items you can hold on to. And as you've seen, or maybe you haven't seen, or noticed, I should say, every time you equip something, it doesn't go back down here. It's gone. So you don't want to make too many changes, because when this fills up, you'll see. But you do get something for having more in there. Alright, I think I can only get one more item. Yeah, I should... Alright, well... I was trying to hold off, but we'll just put down 3. I also like that sound. It sounds like, one of the NES games, one of the enemies was just like that weird squeaky sound. I can't remember what game it was. Just like I'm not sure exactly what the style of this game reminds me of. But it's very, very stylized. I like it. And, ooh, level 4. Alright. Yeah, let's take that. I can see different builds working for different things. Like, I'm hoping that, for the class system, like, it'll add even more depth to it. Alright, and another cemetery. Put it, like, right here-ish. There are certain objects that can only be placed near certain things. So you have to keep that out when you're looking at what kind of synergies and stuff you want for, There we go. Here's the treasure I was talking about. Or treasury. So we want to surround this. And it actually does count this tile right here. So we're only going to do this much because we actually can put another treasury right above it. So we're going to hold off for just a little bit. Because with a limited number of items you can place before the boss shows up, you definitely don't want to... 2 magic damage. Definitely don't want to flood it too much. If you can help it at all. I don't know if there's a limit to how many enemies can be in combat. I haven't noticed one. And as you saw right there, if you didn't see, I have too many items here, so one of them, the last item here, got destroyed, and it turned into some scrap metal. And then there are the upgrades, like pebbles become pressed rock. So, let's see, 20 of these, 12 of these, 13 of these, and that's just wood. Oh, I have a beacon I'm definitely going to want to put down. So it's really interesting with, like, the system in place on the game, at least I find it very interesting, is I've kind of been getting a little bit more interested in some of the auto battlers that have been coming out. There, see, another treasure, you can put it right here, and these count for both of them. So that's why I wanted to do that. And then if I go right here, it's going to give me a big old chunk of stuff. Gave me no good items for me right now, but that's okay. So I can do this and finish this one off too, and I get no items I really want this time, which is unfortunate. Very unfortunate, but that's okay. Right here, I think. Let's close that. And there are 2 ways to end a run. The tutorial explains it. This right here is the run. You return to the camp, the main camp. And you get... yeah, we'll take this. You get a set of resources from it. Or you get 60% of your resource. You cannot run while in combat, which is why I'm glad you can pause it outside to guarantee I'm not going to the next combat here. Very helpful. Because I was worried at first, like, is it, like, do I have to manage, like, do I have to, like, hover over this button and mash it to make sure, going in and out of combat? You don't. Awesome. Because I think, I genuinely think this game would kind of suck if it didn't have a pause button. Because there are a lot of things to manage at times, like putting all these down if I was constantly interrupted, and wasn't allowed, and like just couldn't put them down because I can't place them during combat. It would make the game very bad. But smart developer. Don't actually know who the developer is. It's being published by Devolver. I don't know if it's being... Ooh. Lose 1 defense, get a bunch of other stats. I'll take that. So it's a very interesting balancing act of how much do you want to risk, how much do you want to potentially gain. Because if you die, you lose 70% of your resources, I think. I believe if you win, which is defeating the day. I haven't done that yet because I wanted to see some of the more... I've been going for longer runs. I didn't actually understand that it was placing more objects. Makes your run go longer. Or, sorry, not makes your run go longer. It makes the boss spawn quicker. So sometimes I would just sit with things in my inventory and wait. So we've both learned from this video, if you hadn't heard anything about this game. Now we've both learned from the video. But you lose 40% of your resources if you leave early. Excuse me. With the return to camp command. What's that say? So, like, return to camp, hold to turn on auto return by the campfire. Okay. So there is an auto return, which is good. I don't want to. I'm going to show off facing the boss, whether I'm prepared for it or not, because I think that'll be a good stopping point for the video. So I am actually going to put down... Ooh, 4 per second. That's really good. I'm going to put down some extra things, even if I'm not necessarily super interested in them. Because I don't want this video to go too long. Let's slow the spawn around here. Put a vampire mansion here. And spiders... probably about here. That way I can hopefully get it closer to the boss showing up. Yeah, I was joking talking with Oni about this, and... 2 chests as I just put down all my things. And then this is the battlefield chance for all enemies to their souls to be reborn as ghosts after being killed, and it's Ghost of a Ghost. Which is just hilarious. This is what I was talking about. This must be a very physically resistant enemy. Oh my god, I've never seen this one. Freaking nightmare fuel. Good lord. Whoops. I meant to stop that. Oh well. We'll take this down. Put down the 2 treasuries. One right here and one right here. And there's like a level of kind of not caring about what resources I'm putting down at times. Or is my damage just falling off? No, these are defensive enemies. Level 7, absolutely. I'm gaining back a lot of my HP just by walking around. But, you know, I gotta be careful. Got plenty of enemies spawning. Gargoyles. And we're getting close to the boss spawning. What's this? This is attack speed. That'll probably help us more, to be honest. Put down another beacon so I can move faster. You know, or make the combat go faster, because you don't want the day to get progressed too much. Meadow. Gonna need to put that down. Hopefully get... Ooh, Mountain 2. Excellent. Not high level. Whoops. That is not a meadow. Distinctly not a meadow. Put the road lantern like here and a cocoon here, I guess. 15, no. I'm gonna take it. Just because it's more physical damage, and that's kind of what I'm lacking right now. So you do want to... You do want to, / I think need to, take those risks when playing it, because the slimes, it looks like, are just giving me level 3 equipment now, and level 3 equipment is not gonna hold up against the boss. That's for sure. So I've got to be careful and kind of pick the battles a little more carefully. Yeah, I'll take the extra defense. Whoops. Oh, we got another mountain. Excellent. Ooh, level 8. 18 magic damage. We'll keep it in mind. put that down. I know it's not getting the adjacency bonuses, but as you can see right here, my HP is not holding up as well as I'd like it to. Because we've done so many loops and have so many extra enemies around. So I could, because things are getting a little worrisome, we'll get rid of 2 of the vampire mansions. I think those are the ones that are causing me the most trouble. I know it does make the boss further away, but I want to make it to the boss even if I don't have a good chance of taking down the boss. I still want to make it to the boss. Oh, and we just got another goblin camp to spawn. I think these 2 meadows might do the job. Is boss spawning? Might need to put down another vampire camp. Yeah, I'm going to spawn the boss now, just so you can kind of get an idea. 1 less damage for more attack speed. I think I'll take that now. Yeah, I think this will... Does this spawn the boss? No, I guess I need 1 more. Or maybe I have to wait for a new day. Okay, this should spawn the boss. Kind of wish it had a numeric value, but that's okay. There we go, that's the boss. So this is the Lich's Palace. Every palace increases Lich's HP and damage by 5%. So here, if I had kept my destruction things, I could have like destroyed 2 of them. But we might not even make it to the boss with how I set this up. I do not have the health necessary. I got flooded by enemies. Yeah, we're not going to make it. And dead. So this is what happens if I clicked you retreat, you keep 30% of the resources. These are the ones I'm going to lose. These are the ones I'm going to keep. If I had run away, I don't know what this death means. 1 of 0. Maybe there's an item that is, if you have a skull, you can take all of these. I'm not sure. But we click retreat because we failed. Then we get to go into the building mechanic. Get some resources there. Here's your statistics. Lots of enemies. And then you can build other things, like the herbalist hut gives you potions that heal 4% of your max HP. You gain 2 potions each time you go past the camp, and it unlocks the swamp card. I hate the swamp card. This one unlocks a blood grove, and the campfire heals you for more. And the smithy starts you out with 3 weapons. Every time it started me with just level 1, it's like sword, shield, armor. But we can't get these because we didn't run away in time. So you can see that this requires food. Requires 4 food, 3 pressed rocks, and 2. So we can go here. This is the... What's this again? Field kitchen, so we get the more effective camp. And we have Cook Samurai Jack to help us out. And then you can upgrade them, these, resources needed. Kind of wish I could hover over this and see what that resource is. Maybe that'll be fixed, maybe it won't. It's a pretty clear icon. I don't have it, so I like that. And then this changes it, so instead of a 10% boost to it, it should be an 18% boost. And it gives me an apple. Camp's item slots for an apple. Or food. Don't exactly know what that is. But I can't upgrade it because I don't have the materials. But that is Loop Hero. You literally just go back into it. So I can actually add these in if I want to. Doubles the effects of days passing on adjacent tiles. And then place near a forest tile, so it has the adjacency. Cannot be placed elsewise. The roots devour enemies that have less than 15% HP. But for like the daily It'd be like, spawn more, instead of 1, it would spawn 2 spiders. This one doesn't work because you have to have a battle adjacent to it. This one doesn't go anywhere near there anyway. So it has to be a daily effect, not a loop effect. Because I thought the battlefield I could get, ooh, infinite chests. No, you can't do that. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoy this. It has a free demo right now on Steam. That's how I'm playing it. And yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.